Hey guys, it's Mikey and welcome back to another video. Today is very exciting for me because it is my third Disney Happy Meal toys unboxing, and since I am now a McDonald's employee, that just gets me even more excited about making these videos for you guys, so thank you for tuning in and leaving all the lovely comments that you guys do. Honestly, I feel like I get more reactions to my Happy Meal videos than I do for my Funko Pop videos now, so thank you guys so much for that. Little did I know that there was such a really devoted fan base to Happy Meal toys, but it turns out there is, and I'm really glad that there is because I love Happy Meal toys, and I'm really excited about these because the ones that I'm going to show to you guys today are for the new Disney Pixar movie Soul that was just released on Disney Plus. As many of you guys probably know, it was supposed to be in theaters, but due to the pandemic they can't show it in theaters, so it was released on Disney Plus, which is good for us because we get it for free if you already have a subscription. If you don't, then you have to pay the certain amount a month, but if you already have Disney Plus, go you. But yeah, today we're just going to be unboxing all those, and before I get into the toys themselves, I just want to talk about the cool box that this has. So it's just a regular Happy Meal box, but then on the side it says, "What's your dream?" and then you're able to write it right here. And I think that's really cool because this movie is all about dreams and maybe feeling like you haven't fulfilled them. That's really big aspect of the movie and what drives the characters to do what they do. So that's a really cool element that they are able to add on the box. And of course it has the characters on here as well, like Joe and Mr. Mittens. So yeah, really cool box. But yeah, let's just get started. So first up on the list we have Joe Gardner in a plushie, and the cool thing about this line of toys is that they're a continuation of the Pixar 25th anniversary Happy Meal toys that were available during the summer at participating McDonald's, and Joe Gardner was actually a part of that line. So if you got Joe Gardner when you were getting Happy Meals during that time in the summer, then you already have one of the toys that is in this line, so it'll make this round of getting the Happy Meal toys a lot easier, and you won't have to stress as much about like, oh, am I gonna get all the toys, am I gonna get all the toys? But yeah, really cool how they were able to like mesh two lines of toys together. Joe is a really great protagonist. He's very passionate about what he does, and he's very into his music, and he's a very introspective character, I will give him that. And I just love his look. Like, I love how in this there's his glasses, and I like how his eyes are hand sewn, and you can really tell because you can see the embroiderment right there. And I love his smile and his hat. And yeah, overall just really great. And then on the back of these Soul toys, there are them is souls and in color, which is really cool. So it's basically just Joe as he is in the front, but in color and smirking a little bit more, which I love because it's like basically getting two toys in one. So yeah, this is Joe Gardner. Next on the list we have 22, and I think Tina Fey did an absolutely amazing job in this role. I think it was funny in Soul. It was about like halfway through, or like more towards the beginning, I would say, when Joe is questioning 22 a lot, and he's like, "Why do you sound like a middle-aged white woman?" And I just thought it was really funny because Tina Fey is a middle-aged white woman, so just a really nice reference to her and her voice acting, because it was literally just her voice, so why wouldn't she sound like a middle-aged white woman, you know? But she did really great in this role. She kind of has that like snarky little voice as it is, so I think she embodied this character really well. And I love its buck teeth and its same hand-sewn eyes, just as it is with Joe Gardner, and the eyebrows, and I love the blushy cheeks you can see right there. And just the overall glitter on this is really cool and very high quality, and I love that it comes with a little keychain on the top. Joe Gardner unfortunately does not come with a keychain, but it's cool that this one does, because if you want to put it like on your keys or something else like that, then you are able to do that. So yeah, really cool toy. Next on the list is one of the noobs, and I'm pretty sure there's multiple of these. I think they're just all of the souls in that little world that Joe is able to travel to. Yeah, same with the 22 toy. It has a little keychain, so if you want to do that, then that's really cool, and you have the option to do so. But yeah, very cool. I don't know how much to say about this because they played such a small role in the movie, but I love the part in the movie when they're like assigning these little guys roles, and the lady is like, "Okay, this half of you will be self-absorbed and the other half of you will be insecure. Okay, go." So I just thought it was really funny, and yeah, that's my biggest memory of this little doohickey in the movie. But I love its little slight smile and its downward eyebrows, and it's just very innocent eyes. So yeah, really cute, and nothing bad to say about this one. Next on the list we have Mr. Mittens, and this one is actually not a keychain, so it's able to fit in with Joe, and Joe doesn't feel left out about not being a keychain. But yeah, I really love this one, and it's cool. It just reminds me of my cat, and I love my cat so much, so So this one's probably my favorite out of this entire line of toys, and I love it so much. I love how its whiskers are going all crazy on the side right there, and its eyes are just kind of like big and bright, and I love the teeth down there and his little tongue, and I love how his nose is really big. And then of course, as with Joe, there's the soul version of Mr. Mittens on the back, which is really cute. On Joe's, we saw his soul side of the toy a little bit more expressive, but it's actually the opposite with Mr. Mittens, and with Mr. Mittens he's a little bit less expressive on his soul side, so kind of a nice little contrast there, and nice detail that I thought I would mention. But yeah. Next on the list, we have Moonwind, Star Dancer, and I thought this guy was super funny in the movie, great comedic relief, and I love his dancing on the street. And yeah, it's funny because when I was handling these at work, I really noticed that these little hair things of cloth on the side, they were barely able to fit into the little packaging that we were giving these out to kids too, so I just thought that was really funny. But yeah, really cool. I love his smile, and I love his crazy big eyes, very similar to the Mr. Mittens toy. And yeah, just overall really great, and same with the big nose like on the cat, that's really cool. And yeah, nothing bad to say about this one, and its soul side is even cuter in my opinion. So yeah, that's really cool, and I definitely love Moonwind Star Dancer, one of my favorite characters in the movie. And last on the list for toys, we have Terry, and I don't have too much to say about this one either. I feel like he played such a small part in the movie. This one's a keychain as well, so really cool, and it's blue, so it matches this toy perfectly. But yeah, it's really funny. I could see like a little kid doing playtime with all of these toys, and this being like the really mean, snarky character in the group, like the conflict of the playtime, if you will. So yeah, really cool. And it has a lot of expression. You can obviously tell that it's angry or annoyed because its mouth is open and its eyebrows are down like that. I love this one, and honestly they all complement each other really nice. They're all kind of like in that purple, blue, green, cold color combo, which is really cool. So yeah, honestly they are really great together, and I'm glad that I have all these. And it was a pretty easy pair of toys to pick up because there's only about 6 of them. And in the Pixar line of toys that I was mentioning earlier that were sold during the summer, there was about 8 of them. And in the last pair of toys that I was able to collect, the Mickey's Runaway Railway ones, there were about 10 of them. So this has been the easiest bunch that I was able to gather in my time working at McDonald's, which is great for me because I don't have to stress when I go to work. But yeah, I also just want to talk about the movie really quick. Honestly, I didn't really like it at first. I know that sounds weird because I'm such a big Disney fan, but after like the second or third time, I was like, okay, like I can get on board with this. It's just that since it was a Disney movie, I was expecting something maybe a little bit more easier to swallow, I guess. And I wasn't expecting such a like dark theme. So yeah, when I first watched it, I was like, this is not like a kid's movie. I'm really confused, and I'm an adult basically now. But after I like watched it a couple times, I really understood it. What I will say is that I don't think it's for kids. Necessarily, like I don't think kids will be crazy about this movie, but I think that adults and people my age definitely will like it and be able to understand it. And I know that sounds weird to say because when we think like animated movies, we think like, oh, like they're just for kids, but no, I think animation can be for adults too. Like honestly, animation really is an art form, and it should be treated just as seriously as any of these live action adult films, in my opinion anyways. I honestly genuinely in my eyes just see it as more of an adult movie, which is fine because I loved it. But what I will say is that this is the best animation that Pixar has ever done, like in their history of the 25 years that they've been a company. So yeah, good for you guys, Pixar. But if you're my age or an adult, then like you'll probably love it and go even crazier for it than I did. But yeah, I absolutely love all these toys, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I love making these videos for guys, and I hope you guys subscribe for more. Bye!